think, in the group, really. Well, not true. Fuka
I
speaks like
speak.
3.
I'm fluent in sarcasm.
Shut up. I know Fuka speaks like
Uh,
3.
I think Cyrus knows like a little Russian or something. He
Yeah,
said
he's been learning
he's like
Russian.
I know very broken.
DM, you're
Not
gonna fucking
even.
love this.
That'd be impressive.
The voice actor's name is Alistair Duncan. Ring a bell?
Oh,
Wait, what?
that brings up some
That's
sadness.
Yeah, Dragon Age memories.
Oh, no.
God.
Okay, I guess I've got to kill your character just like how Duncan died.
That's
no
very
orc,
admirable.
No orc. No orc.
Oh, no.
What? Worried.
What the fuck is
It's
going
fine.
on?
I'm gonna BRB, getting my dice and going to the bathroom.
Sounds good. I'm just getting some stuff set up, as I usually do for pre-show. I need to raise myself up a little more. There we go. Oh man, still haven't heard back from my roofer chick. I'm so sad.
Oh, poor roofie lady.
God damn it, Fuka, no! Bad!
Me!
We don't say roofie. That's not okay. God damn it. You roofie captain once and everyone won't shut up about it.
Huh?
The memories. They're still here.
Oh yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, he hasn't left yet. He hasn't ran away in fear. I don't know why yet.
Let me
Okay.
see.
The dude looks like an older Michael Keaton.
Michael
He is from Scotland.
Doesn't necessarily.
Oh, he's
mean-
from fucking Edinburgh. That's why.
Oh. There we go. Now it's updated. Alright, I'm gonna be nice. And I'm gonna get rid of a few things, because I don't want to make this too deadly.
Oh, you have to give me the elixir.
What
For Grim.
elixir?
Because remember, he's still like 2 months old.
You're gonna have to jog my memory better than that.
Okay, so we talked about this. We
That
said
doesn't.
that
Starting with that
yeah.
doesn't help you.
That's true. Okay, so what happened was Grim is still 2 months old, and you said, "Oh yeah, I have an elixir for this." So he's just going to be given to it by the ancient dragon people.
Yeah,
He has
that's
to
gonna be
drink-
pre-session. I will be talking about that. Don't worry.
All right, just to make sure.
Yep.
Also, Mitchie, hi.
Hi.
Oh,
How are
Ow,
you?
gotta turn that down.
Oh,
No,
I'm
you're
great.
okay.
fine.
I have my volume
Sorry?
turned up because everything else is super quiet. Discord's the
Oh.
only thing that sounds normal.
Sorry.
You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, that's not on you. That was me.
Put
My
dick
computer
back in pants.
shat itself, and I had to fucking reconfigure everything.
Oh.
Yeah. How was your day today?
It was great.
That's good to hear.
I woke up late though.
Fuka, why did you bring such an innocent soul to me? You are such a mean friend.
Mean? Me? The fuck you mean?
You know I'm gonna corrupt this poor child, and I'm gonna feel bad about it for about 5 seconds.
5 seconds. No.
That's
That's impressive.
That's true. Oh man. There are some thirsty ass people. Jesus Christ. I've never been this popular on a dating app.
Are you?
Yes.
Tie me again?
Yeah, I've got 65 matches just today.
Ah!
And all I'm thinking is, holy shit. Calm down, people.
On Tinder?
No, God, no. Never Tinder. Yo,
Hello,
Flint.
Miguel.
Hello.
God, you sound like Tren.
No, I don't see it.
Are you secretly Tren?
I actually have seen one Flint, and I know that it is not Tren.
It's not me, I swear.
What?
I accidentally pressed the camera button.
Oh.
Yeah, he accidentally pressed the camera button. And I was like,
Asuka.
oh, hello there.
That's a face.
Was okay. I don't want to know. That's not my business. Captain, I told you to stop seducing players. This was a problem last time, damn it.
Look, when your charisma is just naturally
Oh,
18,
yeah.
you gotta do what
A
you
So
gotta
high
natural
charisma. That's why Captain was so good at lying when we were in the Sea Elf Kingdom. His charisma is so high. It's just absurd.
Damn,
Like,
just
I
throwing
was-
so much
I
shade.
was memorized. I was just like memorized by like
Mesmerized.
skill. Yes.
And Maya, do we really
Listen.
want to talk shit as the one bard who can't fucking seduce her way out of a paper bag?
I could. The thing
Seduce
is,
her
it's not
way
in
out of a
it's
paper
not in
bag.
character for Zaya anymore. She's just existential dread incarnate. She's no will to seduce things. I could as a player, assuming I rolled decent. But
Assuming you roll decent.
Why-
That's
the
that's
dice hate me.
You gotta practice seducing the rump roast. And no one's gonna know what that reference is towards.
Oh god.
God damn that Parcheesi. Never forget.
Shut up. Just because I scorched one piece of ass does not make it okay.
You what?
I scorched an entire bar full of ass. And then I got impaled by an old lady. It was great. She came in me. It was a fun day.
You know, out of
Listen,
context, D&D really doesn't sound the great.
Would you
listen,
like to... Listen,
she wanted you. She wanted you, and
She
you
did.
continued to refuse.
and she injected me with something hot and dangerous.
Indeed,
From
it's called
behind.
love.
Is that
And-
what you call it?
And then she called one of her friends to pierce me from the front. It was a big deal that night.
Mm,
Indeed, it's called love.
I don't
I-
think that's
That's
love. I
nasty.
think that's lust.
Miguel. Man, you don't understand. I got screwed by an old lady and a demon. It was a hell of a night. And then my wife came and told me I couldn't kill myself. It was great.
Oh right, because you're the cleric of oh yeah.
Fucking
No,
I forget her
I'm the
Vesh.
name.
cleric.
Yeah, I'm not a cleric. I'm a druid who
Oh.
got the god of
Oh.
Vesh, and I'm so mad. Or goddess. And this is why no one's allowed to join the Grim Legacy group from this group typically. No one wants to deal
I'm
with
good. I'm good. I have these two groups. I'm good.
that. That level of concern isn't high enough, Captain. Trust me.
Amp it up.
I've got 3 holes in me that weren't there the last time we played.
I
Didn't you
know,
try
but
to
that's
drown
like
yourself
all I
a few
got.
times?
Yeah, I tried to drown myself in front of my wife. She wouldn't let me. She kept reviving me and then told me I couldn't die until she was done with me. Which, if that's
Oh.
not commitment, I don't know what is.
Doesn't she have like hundreds of other husbands? Why does she need you?
Exactly. Let me die. God damn it. All I
Ah.
want
It's just
to-
like it's not over yet. The
Basically.
character can't die.
And then she threw me on top of rump roast. Like, what the fuck? All I could
Hey, at
smell
least
was
landed on
cooked
something
lamb.
soft.
Yeah, but it smelled of cooked lamb. And I'm a druid. It's just not my thing, alright?
Oh yeah, I forgot you're vegan.
I'm a druid and a rogue. I'm good at fucking hiding. That's what I'm great at. Oh man. By the
Are you
way,
good at hiding your feelings?
always. So as far as it goes, this is for the new people, Miguel and Mitchie. Oh, I need to fix it.
Eminem.
Let me fix Mitchie's name real quick. Wait, what? What the fuck? Did you make a joke again? God damn it, Maya. We told you not to do that
Me.
anymore.
Eminem.
Miguel and Mitchie.
Oh, okay. Ha ha ha. God damn it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
I hope I'm not. Yeah, so basically, to explain, pre-show for us is basically where I get things working, I test mics, make sure everything kind of is sounding right. I get the stream going, and we can basically talk about anything. It's a good time to ask me questions that are on streaming, so that way, if there's something later on, you can't. Yes, I know how to pronounce your name, Captain. Trust me.
It wasn't for
Oh.
you.
I was gonna
was just-
say, I'm the only other Norse guy you know in this group, so, as far as it goes, yeah. So pre-show is definitely just going to be like us talking. The only reason we have it is so that way if you have like something last minute you have to go take care of, or you have to update your character sheet, or you have a question that you're like, oh hey, do I need to fix this? You can come on here, ask me. The requirements is you always have to show up before the game is officially starting. So pre-show gives you that 30 minutes to join whenever, and then if you're not here by that point, then there's a problem. What the fuck? Oh.
Ah.
So that's why
Okay.
we do pre-show. So you can show up 5 minutes before a game if you want. I don't recommend it because the one time you forget, I will yell at you. I've already kicked one person from the table for skipping 3 times. He'd always show up 1 minute late, exactly on the dot. 1 minute late. It bothered the hell out of me.
Big April Fool's joke.
Oh god. So yeah, you get 3 chances, of course. You get a lecture from me the first time, and you can ask anybody who's been here for a while. You don't want to listen to me lecture you.
Jesus Christ.
And so yeah, and then we just talk about shit if we don't have anything D&D related. We like to joke and hang out, so it's a good time to get to know your party mates.
That's cool.
At least out of character, because in character it's very different.
And then you also get to hear about my amazing sexual escapades as I get attacked by, a roofer chick. That's gonna probably
about the
tar my
stripper?
ass. Oh my god, do not bring that one up. Fuka still gives me shit for being that oblivious, alright? Captain thinks he's dense. I tried to explain that one where I had a stripper hitting on me in the middle of the fucking on the Max line on the public train. She was grinding a pole in front of me, and Fuka's just looking at me as I'm oblivious that she's hitting on me. I think that other guy ended up taking her home too.
He did.
It's a good man, because I wasn't willing to chance that. The amount of diseases on that was scared any man. Okay. Sorry, my little sister, actual little sister, or, well, non-actual little sister, is dyeing her hair, and she's texting me about it constantly.
That's a fucking dude.
What color?
Oh, she went from bright orange, like, from, oh shit, now I just blanked on the movie. Anyway, so yeah, from bright orange, Lilo, what the fuck, what is that movie?
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, thank you, Captain. That is a prize for you later. Yeah, so going from that bright orange in the Fifth Element movie to like more of a strawberry-ish blonde with a bit more strawberry to it. It looks really good on her because she's got bright green eyes. So I'm just giving her shit in general because I always do. Yes.
Did she go to like a hairdresser, or is it like a
Nope.
home dye?
Always a home dye. She was doing her
What kind did
one
she
of her
use?
girlfriends. Let me ask.
Because there's a hair dye, which my aunt, who's a hairdresser, told me to avoid, called Splat. That isn't actually hair dye, but it's fabric dye. So when you put it in, it doesn't like comes out. Yeah, my mom got me a box of like a silverish blue kind of try because I talked about maybe trying that color out, or like a dark blue, and I didn't touch it because I'm like, I really don't trust this. And then my aunt was like, yeah, don't, it's fucking, well, she didn't say that word, but she's like, it's fabric dye and it's bad for your hair and it like won't come out. You're gonna have to bleach it just to get the color out so you could re-dye. So if she's using Splat or considering it, tell her not to.
Oh, she already did her hair, so
It's not worth it.
Captain,
did you try to use?
What?
Oh, you did. No. You asshole.
My hair stayed like green for months.
Oh god.
I remember when I dyed my hair green.
Oh yeah, the Joker
Oh.
look.
Yeah.
If you dye your hair green, can you just green screen it out and look bald?
Yes, Maya,
could,
that's
but I
how it
did
works. Wait, what?
Okay, but it does work. It just looks like you're missing part of your head.
Yeah, I bet it's funny.
God damn it.
I think. Yeah.
Oh man.
The only point of green screen or a blue screen, basically you're just trying to have like one very solid, like very standing out color that makes it easier to put shit over.
Oh, fair enough. Oh man.
So
do
the
a
fact
red
that my
screen?
hair was completely unnatural and kind of looked like a green screen, it worked.
Can you do a red screen?
Shut up.
depending on if it's lighter in color, yes. If it was darker, it would be a bit difficult.
God damn it. Okay. No comment. Ooh, shit.
You're the one who chooses to take shit that way. I'm just being genuinely honest.
How do you think I took that?
Well, judging by your reaction, sexual.
No, actually,
Red
surprisingly,
screen.
I was in the
Sexual?
middle of uploading something to Snapchat. Wasn't
Oh,
even
so
I honestly
sexual.
was just
Well, then.
responding to you. I got some chick calling me daddy on
Guess
my
it's
Snapchat.
good.
It's a
I
problem.
guess.
What?
I guess it's good to stream cameras. Shoulders up.
Oh, that reminds me. DM, are you recording right now?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Maya.
a bad sentence to start with. What?
You were saying you needed recording pressure in order to do the voice.
I meant in session. I'm not
Oh.
doing it pre-show.
But we're recording right
Hey,
now.
Captain, we're recording. You owe us a song as punishment.
I can sing.
Okay.
Well, it was half an hour of you singing as punishment to him, not to us.
Smart girl. And this is why you're one of the group.
Clever girl.
I mean, if you want me to sing, like, right now, then it's gonna be a song that I know I can sing.
You'll
instead
get a
of,
chance in D&D, don't
Family
worry.
tree.
Oh, yeah.
Get a chance in session, huh?
Yeah. Don't worry, I have plans.
Oh, it becomes a musical. The genre is musical now. Everyone's a bard. All bard run.
Alright.
Oops, all bards.
Yes. Oops, all bards.
Oh, no.
I mean, bards are kind of funny in the fact that they can fulfill any role in a group.
And all your
Because
needs.
blade bards can be tanks. Lore bards can be like spellcast, like a person who
Mhm.
can like a dedicated spellcaster. Whispers, like a whispers bard could be the rogue equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my barbarian?
You could play a barbarian, like
God damn
Yeah,
it!
multi-class.
I saw in D&D. If you take like
Multi-class.
if you take a couple levels in barbarian, and then you take 8 levels in bard, you can grapple somebody and then cast dimension door, and then you grab onto them and cast dimension door, and you fall 500 feet down, and you guys both take 500 feet worth of falling damage, but you have resistance because you're raging.
Can you cast spells
You
while
can't
raging
cast
as a
spells while
barbarian?
raging, but you can rage in the middle of the air.
Yeah, you could rage in midair.
That's sick. Or get like
I've got a sickness, and the only cure is more cowbell.
Like you could just play an insane wrestler from like all the way in the heaven.
The wrestler who sings his own intro music.
who suplexes from heaven.
Well, now if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna request that one of you, the person who does it, has to actually know how to do a suplex, as I used to wrestle, and I do know how to do a German suplex, and have done so on multiple occasions,
Or
about
you just
12 times in a match.
Miguel, instead of Dimension Door, you just make yourself a race that has wings, and you just fly someone up.
Yeah.
The only person I've
you
ever
could play
been
a
able to
winged
suplex is
tiefling.
my brother.
God
Or you could play if your DM lets you roll for stats, an Aarakocra Barbarian could be insane because you could grapple them and then drop them from like 100
Yeah,
feet.
or like a winged tiefling. If you get rid of the Infernal Legacy stuff, you could get winged tiefling.
That's true.
Yeah, but Aarakocra
And
would
then-
be better for that scenario because they have 50 feet fly speed plus the Barbarian's
That's
extra 10
true.
feet. You could fly 60 feet in a turn, or 120 if you dash.
A raging bird would. It's just like. You know how scary it is to have birds like come at your face? It's never happened to me, but like I've seen birds like attack cats.
No,
like
I've never had a
songbirds.
bird
It's
come at my
scary.
face, I'll be honest. I've never turned a bird on that much.
I realized my word choice after the fact, but I tried to ignore it, so thank you for that. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
addressing it.
You're welcome. That's part of my job. Anything to make the conversation more awkward.
Maybe bird poop's white because it isn't bird poop.
Actually, the reason why bird poop is white is because of their diet. Thank you very much. If you want to go scientific, we can go scientific, Missy.
I
They
wasn't
eat
going
rocks.
scientific. I was going to joke.
Too
But
bad.
okay.
Uh-oh, Captain's whispering to himself in the background.
Oh, he's
trying to
talking
get the
to
Mimir
himself.
voice.
Oh, okay.
He's talking to himself. He's losing it, DM. He's losing it. He's going insane from being with us.
Given
I
the
told you this
amount
would
of
happen.
shit I've been giving him, I'm not surprised he's losing it. Cameron did. So, it's just a matter of time, you know, either
Yeah,
Captain
I
will
can
break.
attest.
You assume I haven't done so already?
That's fair. And that sounded like a constipated wrestler.
Laugh in that voice. Like, do a...
Don't,
Do
you're
it.
gonna shit a brick doing that.
I don't.
You sound kind of like Sans.
No, like Patrick Star.
Oh, the fuck!
Yes.
No! It's fucking
Do you want to have a
creepy.
bad time?
God damn it. Why did I sign on to do this?
You're the one
fucking
who made a
joyous.
Friday group. Yeah, you made a Friday group. Stick by your
know.
decision.
I
Not
know.
our fault. You're a masochist.
You know what?
You said it to us before, so
I am
no denying
a person who inflicts masochism. I am not personally a fan
it. You're
of...
a masochistic sadist. You're both.
I'm not a sadist! In the
You're a
slightest!
DM.
I'm a pagan! I'm not sadist!
Where's the difference?
I think those are
Heathens-
different things entirely.
Sadist, not what?
Oh,
Sadist.
sadist. Oh, I thought you were...
See,
okay.
yeah. SADIST,
Listen.
sadist, someone who likes inflicting pain upon others.
My only pain I enjoy is being able to tear off skin off my own body. That's about as far as I go.
So you're just an
That's-
advanced
that's pretty
masochist.
Um,
far.
And I've only done that a few times, thank you very much. And I do that because I have very little nerve endings left in my hands because of the fact that I used to work in the kitchen where we used an industrial dishwasher where I burn the feeling out of my my hands completely. So I
I'm
actually
sure
have to
Captain
poke
as
it.
a blacksmith understands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can burn the feelings completely out of your hands. It started in my fingertips and then it just got to the point where my entire palms, I couldn't feel anything.
My right middle finger doesn't have a fingerprint anymore.
See, I haven't been able to do that yet. But then again, I don't work with actual fire. Yet.
Or,
I
you know, sharp things that can cut you open.
I'm not commenting on that. But I think me and Captain have two different reasons for that one.
Okay.
I can disturb anybody. I'm so proud of that
There was
skill.
fucking borax on the ground. I slipped on it, fell backwards, and yeah, I made a big dumb oof, and I fucking
I thought
clean
you were
up the
gonna say I
shop.
made a big dent in my back.
Well, apparently I fucking did,
That's
but
fair.
I'm fine.
You know,
just
Borax really hurts, man.
the vice hurt.
You got a fair point. Okay, I know where you're going. Oh, man.
Borax just takes air out of the material so that you get a more pure fold.
Yeah, on skin though, that shit hurts.
I know, that's why you use gloves.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Safety first.
I'm not a
as he
fucking
falls
idiot.
over and dies.
Oh,
Well,
Captain, by the way, recommendation, if you do ever get a pit bull, you keep those welding gloves. Trust me, they're going to be a lot more useful.
fucking.
Why are you scaring him away from it more?
No, I always had pit bulls growing up, and so I used I used to use welding gloves to play with them, to play rough, so they could bite down
yeah.
playfully without piercing my hand and
Get
tearing
one
it
of
to all
those
hell.
like police training arm things
No,
that they use for
no.
like, police dogs.
That will train your
Train 'em
dog
to
to
bu-
attack you. No, that is a bad idea. There's a reason you want to use very brightly colored gloves, like red gloves, red welder's gloves, and probably some like normal yard work gloves underneath, because that way they can see it and identify that these
You know,
are play gloves.
Dogs actually can't see red and green. I'm pretty sure they're red-green colorblind. I think they only see blue and yellow.
I don't know about that. I'd have to look.
I'm
I
pretty
know that
sure
dogs are
cats and
colorblind to
dogs.
something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's red-green colorblind. So they probably just notice it because it's brightly colored, like a bright shade, and not that it's actually red and green.
Well, that's
So
just how
maybe
I
blue
did
and
it.
yellow would be better.
That's
Well,
fair.
if you're red-green colorblind, then everything's gonna look like gray and yellow.
Yellow,
Yeah,
yellow,
that makes
gray,
sense.
and blue.
Did not know that. Well, either way, I mean,
Yeah.
that's my recommendation. I mean, it goes for any dog that you want to teach to play rough, or you want to let them be able to go let loose. Like German Shepherds, even the police miniature ones are probably a good idea to do that with because they do bite harder. I just say it with pit bulls because that's what I grew up with. So I used to do it with Moon when we'd play, even though she had like 80 pound. She was an 80-pound dog and had no problem knocking my ass to the ground.
I just don't do well with bigger dogs. Like I got
Bigger
bit.
dogs are amazing.
Okay, no. So let me explain real quick.
Mhm.
All
Like
right.
I told you, I was bit by one, right?
Yeah, you mentioned
Okay,
that.
it was right on my fucking thigh, and it almost took a fucking chunk out.
Was it what breed was it? Do you know?
It was a pit bull. I know.
Mix.
So here's the thing. It was a pit bull something mix.
Okay.
I don't have anything against pit bulls, because I know it was the owner who was a shit person.
Mhm.
It's just it's that like deep rooted fucking
No, I get
like
you.
fear factor, and it's just like you see it's like, okay, you are in danger, run.
I'd
mean,
be
yeah.
more scared of little dogs, honestly. I
Yep.
mean, I was a little kid once, and I think I got taken to church by like my mom or something. They put me, because I was like little on some lady's lap, like, oh, look at my child, and she had a little dog, a Chihuahua mix, and the dog got jealous and actually just bit me, just like full up straight attacked me.
Well,
Oh, I remember
Chihuahuas
that.
are just satanic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Although I do
we
like.
have Chihuahua mixes.
No, I like
I'm pretty
Mexican
sure
Chihuahuas. They're
Cerberus is
cute.
just a fucking like 3-headed Chihuahua.
That's fair.
Yeah, if Cerberus is a big dog, it'd be friendly. So you know they're lying. It's just a tiny dog.
You want a big dog? Get one of them Russian bear hunting dogs that they have
I
patrolling
was
Oh,
about
gulags.
to say, if I'm
co-
gonna get a big dog, I'm getting an Irish Wolfhound.
Oh, Irish Wolfhounds are pretty. But you're talking about yeah, the Russian bear dog. I think it's called a Caucasian Shepherd. There's a Russian name I can't pronounce. They're big.
All I know
They're
is
fluffy.
they're so territorial that they use them to guard a lot of gulags, and
Yeah,
they don't have to
yeah.
put up
Is that
fences for some of the.
gulag?
Yeah, gulag, like an actual gulag.
If you want a big and fluffy dog that isn't going to be aggressive like that, I recommend like a Leon Berger or like a there's a Canadian breed because they're big and fluffy dogs, but they're not guard dogs, so they're not aggressive at all.
What's that
Um,
Chinese one? The
Great.
lion dog.
Oh, that's Tibetan Mastiff. It's
Yeah.
like the wolf dog. It's like the Russian one, but just Chinese.
most
I think it's the most
banned-
expensive dog breed in the world.
It's also
Like
one of the
the
most
one
banned
dog.
dogs in the world.
Yeah, I think there was like one puppy, who was a pure red color mutation because it's rarer than the black and red one, and it sold for like millions of dollars. The single dog.
Does not surprise
Royce,
me.
I
What?
found something.
Okay, what'd you find? Oh, that's
What is it?
adorable.
I'm happy.
Aww, Irish
It's an Irish
Wolfhound.
Wolfhound with a Viking helmet.
No, see, I'm
Here's
thinking
a.
I'm gonna be getting some pit bulls and some Malamute mixes, most likely once I
Oh,
get my own place.
Malamutes. I
'Cause
love Malamutes.
yes, yeah, Leon Berg. They're so cute and
Malamutes,
fluffy, but they are
aw.
scarier than all hell with what they can do to people. Cause they're trained
Yeah.
They're trained to be killing dogs. Like they actually full on attack people. That's what they're built for.
Fun
Wait, is that
fact,
the
Leon
Canadian
Berger
version?
No, that's the Leon Berger. I'm
Okay.
looking for the Canadian one. That one comes from Germany,
Oh, okay.
actually.
Because I know the one that there's the Russian, the Chinese, and the Russian one they used to
There's
use them to hunt bears.
Newfoundland dog. Newfoundland dog. They're so big and fluffy. I love them. That's what they're called.
I'm gonna
I
be
can
back like
find
a
it.
bolt of lightning.
You're good, man.
Just getting a drink real quick.
We can wait a minute. It's fine. You were here beforehand, so I'm not
This
upset.
one, big fluffy boy, Newfoundland dog. That's the
Oh.
Canadian one.
Yeah, they're
so
cute.
I love them.
They've got a pretty big
like-
bark though.
Yeah, they like water actually. I think they're like a more aquatic based dog or something. I love big dogs. Have you ever seen the giant Alaskan Malamutes? Not the normal Alaskan ones, the giant Alaskan Malamutes?
Nope.
They're huge. It's like I guess America's version. They're like the Alaskan Malamutes except bear.
See, I just
Like,
want
hang on.
I just want a dog I can ride into battle. Jesus.
That's the giant Alaskan Malamute.
my
So it's not a
God.
normal size Malamute. I love one just because
That's
it's
a
like
bed.
big. Yes,
Come
it's like a
here.
blanket.
Yeah.
Giant Alaskan Malamute. They're like my favorite.
Oh my God, that
But,
is a
like-
big fluffy dog.
Imagine
Holy
the
dog.
dumps they
Walking
take.
pillow.
What was that, Flint?
Imagine the dumps they take though.
Yeah,
Like,
you're-
like,
Yes.
Oh man,
It's
no.
like the size of your hand.
That's
or
like
something.
that's
Yeah,
like
you have
having
to like get like
cows.
you have to bring a shovel with you on
A
walk.
snow shovel.
Yeah, that would not be
Yeah.
something you'd want to take on a walk and then have to get like your little plastic bag out and carry that around while you finish
You need
up.
a whole garbage bag, not a plastic one, a garbage bag.
But I guess at that point, there isn't many people who are going to tell you need to pick up after your dog when they see this
Yeah,
thing.
you're just the dog's basically the size of you.
Mm-hmm. That dog's probably a good 6'5" on its hind legs.
Yeah.
I mean, it
think
looks it's like
that's
it's almost 4 feet tall on its all fours.
Mhm. It exceeds 100 pounds in weight. Yada yada.
So
I'm
do
looking
I.
for the height. The height, with a height of 35 inches on average,
Oh,
and
wow.
they weigh up to 190 pounds. So almost 200 pounds these dogs can get.
That means these dogs get only about 10 pounds lighter than me. Captain, we
But-
found you a dog.
No, we found me a mount. Are you kidding me?
Get your
Right
Viking axe
into
out, man.
battle.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me.
Could you imagine
Fucking-
one of those pulling a sleigh?
Oh yeah. That's a the back dog though. That's one of the ones you're gonna have right at the end of being
the
anchor.
wheel dog. Yeah.
Mhm. What's up,
I
Cap?
found the
What, like
means in
Balto?
order to make
Mhm.
broadheads.
Oh, nice.
So if you want a Damascus battle axe, like you were saying before, I'd be able to get it done. It would probably just take me like 6 fucking months to do.
Well, right
How
now,
much do you cost to make the things?
Here's the thing. For Damascus, I charge by per 50 folds. Because if I'm gonna make Damascus, I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna make it have a shit ton of fucking folds.
Do you do Valyrian steel?
isn't that just
Do you do
obsidian?
dragon glass?
We're just
the
all
second
gonna
part, I just heard
order
glass.
weapons from
Captain
you.
doesn't know Game of Thrones.
You don't know Game of Thrones? Oh man.
When it first started,
Me
I was still
neither.
living with my parents, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't see sex, dragons, and gore." Meanwhile, every other fucking game I play,
Dragon Age.
I had an idea for a
fucking Dragon Age, yeah.
a Game of Thrones themed game, and it was like you guys start at the Red Wedding.
Oh gods, that's a hell of a beginning.
I
would
haven't
be.
seen it, but
And it
that
would be like-
sounds.
It would be like you guys would all be nobles from different houses, and you would be like naive little teenager nobles who are like, "We just having fun at this party."
Not
and
anymore.
Then, whoops, fucked.
The Spanish
fucked.
Inquisition.
Yeah, but it would be different. It wouldn't follow like Game of Thrones exactly. It would have that same kind of like theme though of like political intrigue and fucking backstabbing, fucking
And
queens
fucking.
and shit.
Yeah, got it. Lots of sleeping around, let's be honest, because that was about 90% of Game of Thrones for the first few seasons.
There would be less sleeping involved.
It's called a hook.
It's not when
And
it's supposed to be a
more-
13-year-old
The
girl.
hooker's the hook. Oh
No,
god.
no. All right, Daenerys is supposed to be a 13-year-old. I did not need to see her, Emilia Clarke, who was supposed to be
Is it one of
portraying.
those?
Yes.
Yeah, is it one of those things where they hire an actor that's like
Right.
20 years, or not
Yeah,
20, like 10
she
years
looked-
older than the actual character?
Oh yeah, she looked really young though. If you
They
watch the
upped her
first,
age. They upped her age.
I
in
don't
the TV
care.
Show.
I don't
They-
care. They made
upped her
her
age
look.
to a legal 18.
Emilia
and-
Clarke even said that both directors made it or wanted to make it very clear to the makeup artist to make her look as young as flippin' possible to give that very extremely innocent and underage look. And she
That is
had a
true.
big issue with that, and
Lolly.
I still think that's fucked up because the amount of times you see her nude in the first few scenes or in the first season, trying to portray this as a 13-year-old girl still bugs the hell out of me. I was wrong on many accounts. The books I can deal with it, but the show, it was just so bad. Ugh. Anyways, all right, we're gonna start. Poor Captain doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Same.
Just go look up Emilia Clarke's nudes. You'll be able to figure it out in a
Neither.
few seconds.
No, I've seen them.
Okay. All right. Welcome all to the first session of the Halcard Company. For those who don't know, this is going to be our new Friday session that was supposed to start 2 weeks ago. But the DM got lazy and shit came up and never got around to plotting out the beginning. No joke, I forgot. So we are here now. I am joined, of course, with those who you know as Captain from the Rejected Potential, who'll be playing Air.
Hello.
Zaya, known as Maya, who will be also playing Bragan from Rejected Potential.
Yes.
Okay. And then we've got Fuka, who is playing Grim. And if you haven't watched the end of Grim Legacy, well, I'm sorry. You're going to be in for a treat for that one. Fuka. That's Fuka. And today we are joined by two new players who have forsaken themselves to join our D&D group. We'll see how long they stick around for. The current betting pool is not in their favor, but if they can quit by the end of this session, I'll make $10. We have Miguel, who will be playing Flint.
What's up?
And Michi, who will be playing Miscaria.
Hello.
And poor Michi is very innocent, so put your bets up now on whether she will
What do you
be
mean?
no longer innocent by the end of this. Listen to the lolly voice. All right. You'll get used to it, Michi. I only give shit to people I enjoy talking to.
I can vouch.
And Captain's just praying to God I don't give him as much shit as I normally do. All right. So, last session, there was none. So, we're going to move on to the beginning of this session.
Last session, there was none.
All right.
Blank screen.
My running joke for the day. So now normally there would be a video. There will be a video coming up on this for the YouTube. So make sure to watch out for that. There will be what I did for Grim Legacy, which is an intro to the world and what they're going to be experiencing, and kind of what is hooking a lot of them in. Which means yes, I'm going to do more voice acting, Fuka. I know how much you love the first one.
No.
God damn it. Fucking. I swear to God, Fuka, I will kick you from the table again. God damn it.
Okay.
Asshole. Alright, so we begin as the party is arriving at camp. Each of you have come from your own backgrounds. Each of you have made your own decision to join the Halcard Company, whether it's have learning of its gloriousness, the many battles it has fought in, the tales of heroism, the tales of villainy, the destruction of homelands, or just the thirst for gold. You all have your own reason. As you arrive at the camp the night before, at the northern area territories of Drafika, the Empire, or the Golden Dragonborn Empire, ruled by Tautler, you arrive in a small little tent town that has been put up. It is around evening. Fires are lit. Men and women are all about joking, laughing, with all sorts of weapons and armor, all sorts of accents and languages, tents from all over the world. Last thing that most of you had heard about this group is that the previous commander had died, and that the second command had taken over, and that she was known to be an evil bitch who had no problem getting into people's faces and just beating the living hell out of them. Supposedly, she even cut down her second and put his skull into gold, or into a pool of gold, and kept it as a trophy.
Hot.
That's fucking metal as hell, dude.
As you each arrive, one by one, some with trading caravans, some on their own, with nothing but the clothes on your back and the equipment at your side, you find yourself standing in a long line with drunkards, bandits, all sorts of creatures, all waiting their turn to sign on with the local clerk of the company. As each person goes in, states their name, their race, and who or how much gold they expect and how much gold they're going to get is told to them. They move on and find a place to sleep for the night. They are given a simple piece of a feather, and that is it. As each of you sign your name, as the clerk calls you up, one after another, you each find yourselves sitting around this fire. You're all alone in your little grouping, as you are each new members, and it seemed that none of the other older mercenary members of this company wanted anything to do with you. Most you can hear taking bets on whether you're going to live through the next morning. None of you are told what's going to happen tomorrow. None of you know what's the company has been contracted for. All you've been told is to find a place to sleep, that you are in charge of your own rations, and that you'll be paid after every battle that you successfully live through. As you each sit down around this fire, a cook comes by with what looks to be a couple of wooden bowls, handing one to each of you, pouring in a little slop of what you'd guess is probably a mix of mud and fish eyes, and just walks away. You all now sit there, the evening passing, and now you can get a chance to talk.
Who would like to go first?
Like, is this introducing our characters or playing
You're
as our characters?
Playing as your characters. You are all sitting around a fire currently, just in the middle of the camp. No one talking or speaking to you lot. You lot are by yourselves, separated.
Then Bragan's just sharpening her greatsword.
Okay.
Ayer would be probably tinkering on his arm at the moment.
Okay.
Is this the beginning of the day or the end of the day?
The evening.
Okay, so it's closing to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So Grim is going to do a little bit of rituals before he goes to sleep.
Okay. Flint?
I'm gonna go up to Bragan and I'm gonna
Oh.
say, "Psst, hey,
What?
do you know what? Do you know where I can get like a drink?
I'd imagine the people passing out food, yes?
Like I meant like alcohol. Like you know, like a beer, like a beer.
Are there, DM, are the people passing out food also passing out alcohol?
You didn't see any mugs on hand.
Bragan's just gonna kind of shrug, and she's still sharpening her sword. She hasn't looked up, to address Flint. She's like, I don't know. Perhaps you should go looking for it.
Okay, then he's gonna say, nothing like doing a little exploring on the first day. And he's gonna walk off and look around for a stiff drink.
Okay.
You poor soul, you're gonna die so fast.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll come back to you in a moment, Flint. Miscaria, do you wish to do anything?
Are we surrounded by nature?
Yes, you are in a big grass field currently.
I guess I'll be admiring it.
Okay. The grass seems to gleam as it seems to have been trampled by footprints everywhere. The occasional cricket can be heard off in the distance. At one point, you hear a chicken squawk and a chopping sound. All right. Flint, as you get up and begin to walk around looking about, you see a company of elves sitting around one of the fires a few feet away from you. They seem to be drinking something brown and what you guess is a little less thick than the soup that you were handed. They seem to be joking in elvish and, overall look pretty grizzled. Most of them wearing mismatched armor, their weapons looking pretty messed up. A lot of battle scars on these boys. They're not the gentler, fairer folk you've heard of.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I am going to walk up and I'm gonna say, "What's up, guys? You mind letting me in on some of that good brown liquid? I'm kind of parched myself."
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at
no.
those. Not 10.
You're good, but is ever merciful.
All right. Does a 15 hit your AC?
No.
All right. As you manage to fail at dodging, but as a fist smacks into the side of your face, it kind of really doesn't hurt on the slightest. As one of the elves seems to have just tried to sock you straight in the mouth.
Ow, that almost hurt.
We don't
What
like
the heck
your
was that for?
we don't like your furry kind here. Now get away, newbie. You'll be dead by morning.
Now, I'm sensing a lot of hostility from you right now. And if we could just take a moment to address it and maybe talk about it, sort of see what the main problem is. we can get past all that and just wound up being good friends.
Do we
Roll
all
for
hear
hippie.
this? Yeah, do we
Roll
all
for
hear
hippie.
this?
Yeah, you guys can hear this as he's talking. Please roll a persuasion check.
Reagan is smirking immensely, like she's not looked up from sharpening your sword, but she is so amused.
Grim is trying his hardest to ignore this buffoonery.
The elf looks at you and goes, "Yeah, sure, we can be friends. All right, grab a seat."
The new
Hell
bard.
yes, man. I know you've heard a lot about gnolls. You heard we're like crazy savages, but like I'm really just a chill guy looking to hang out, okay? So let's just hang out, you know, be bros.
We have a hippie in the group.
You broke the DM. Goddamn.
I
All right.
wasn't ready.
As you continue to preach friendship to the boys, one of them pulls out a bit of green leaf, rolls it up, and hands it over from a flask.
Yes, let's twisted, my dudes.
You're a large drink. Looks at you and goes, "You're a Null. I take it you're from the New World then, huh?"
Yeah, I'm actually from Dragon's Gate. It's kind of a funny story. My dad was like, "Whoa, there's a big, huge famine. Better get out of here." So we moved to Dragon's Gate, and then people were like, "But we don't want you here. So you're gonna go hang out in the poor neighborhood." And my dad was like, "That's a no-go." So we kind of just hang out in the slums, like my whole tribe. And then eventually I had to leave because things were looking pretty not hot there. So now I'm just kind of hanging out, you know?
He looks at you and goes, "Huh." With a kind of strange look to his face, as if he's very confused. Didn't your peop? Oh wait, no, you're one of the New Worlders. I guess then you probably haven't heard about the discovery under Dragon's Gate. Well, either way, you're welcome amongst friends. We're all here at the end of the world, having a nice drink, working for a man who plans to genocide everyone. So why not? As he takes another drink.
Sorry, what? just go. Just, roll that back for me, just one more time.
We're all here at the end of the world, working for a man who was trying to genocide everyone. You hadn't heard? We go where the money is, and Toutler pays well. Even gave us a gold statue.
But he's like, what's his deal then?
Purist, Dragonborn. He's one of those types who's trying to bring back the species, trying to make them number one, thinks he's some sort of dragon. I don't know. The captain, she thinks, she goes where the gold is, and that's all that matters. So that's why we're here.
That is a huge bummer, dude. I'm really sorry about that. And he goes, he takes a drink.
As you take a drink, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Are you good at con as well?
I hope so.
A little bit. I have a +2.
Are monks allowed to drink?
Wave the drunk.
He's real good.
That one! Everett hates him. No hippies.
One sec. Give me a moment.
I chug the whole thing.
You
And I
get
smash
fucking
my pint
plastered.
on the ground and I go, woo!
So you don't just instantly pass out or barf.
And 5 minutes later,
That's a bummer, dude.
So as you begin to drink, you get the taste of a sweet raspberry. And it's just got a great, almost cinnamony like smell. It's so sweet, it almost makes you gag to the point of sweetness. As the warm liquid goes down your throat, you just can't seem to stop. As this is like seems to be one of the first times you've had true elvish mead. And you realize something back in Dragon's Gate that one of the other gnolls had mentioned to you when joking about going to a tavern, saying something along the lines that with elves' great constitution and long lives, and the fact that they like to eat people, they'd like to drink really strong stuff that could kill a normal man.
I say, just a second, bros. Gotta head to the shitter. And I run as fast as I can to the nearest secluded area, and I vomit.
All right, we'll come back to you in a moment. As the rest of you are sitting around the fire, in comes what looks to be a very old dwarven man who sits down next to you. He looks very beaten, very crotchety, scars all up and down his body, an eye missing, a missing hand. And he just looks at you a lot, grabs a mug from his from his pack. It suddenly fills up with liquid and starts drinking. And goes, "So I hear you lot are the new recruits of the other 20 lot that we brought on." As he looks about each of you.
I wave with my prosthetic arm.
Dwarvish,
Reagan
I
just-
take it.
My own craft, actually.
Good man. And let me guess. Dragonborn, you're grim.
He just ignores and continues with a nod.
Oi, Grim. I knew your daddy. You
You
see?
knew Papa?
He holds up his hand and he says, "You see this? You see this stub?
Did Papa eat it?
The bastard took it from me on the walls. I'll never forget it. Then he tried to
Can I
eat
have
my
the other one?
cousin. No, you little shit. Now you better keep it down and stay away from me." Alright. You, Tiefling, Mascaria, as he pulls out a piece of paper and starts looking at the list. Is that right? Mascaria's the name, correct?
Correct.
Good. You'll be dead by tomorrow. He checks your name off. Alright. Bragan,
Ouch.
Yes.
you'll do fine. You're being assigned to the Vanguard. Congrats, you're gonna be one of the first ones over the walls in the morning.
Wonderful.
Good luck.
And sh-
Alright.
She just keeps sharpening her blade.
I'm looking for a really hairy bastard by the name of, Fent?
Is he the one that makes the friends?
The fuck would I know, little girl? I'll find him. Anyways,
He's
the
vomiting
commanders.
his guts out.
Oh,
Yeah, I
good.
gesture over to the direction of the very loud vomiting.
Hey, Miss Scaria, right? You know magic? Yes, Miss
Yes.
Scaria. Good. Go fix
Yes.
him and bring him back here.
All right.
All right. As you walk over, the Mascaria kind of leaving this group and avoiding the irritable dwarf. You find yourself looking into a bush where there is a gnoll throwing up what you can't tell could be either blood or a more of like a punch. You're not sure at this point.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Fine. Just had a little too much to drink.
Got too crunk.
Got
you need help?
fucking twisted, dude. Do I need help, DM?
You're puking your guts out, man. This stuff burns, and you don't know if this is blood, this is mead. You're not sure anymore.
Can I make a deception check to protect?
Say that again, man.
Can I make a deception check?
Hey.
Fine. Coughs a little blood into his shirt.
All right then.
My name's Slim, by the way. What's yours? He holds out his
Mascaria.
clawed hand.
Mascaria. She shakes his hand.
What an absolute freaking pleasure it is to meet you, Miss Karia. and then
Pledge.
he heads back to the camp.
Okay.
Did you find the alcohol then, friend? And Bragan's looking up at him, kind of amused,
Hell
kind of
yes,
smug
dude.
looking.
I
Miss-
found some
Wonderful.
alcohol.
Miss
I
Garia,
lean over to.
do you follow Flint back to the party? Or are you gonna admire the
Mascaria?
bush? Yeah. Are you gonna
Mascaria
yeah.
stays stupefied.
Okay. As you're looking out on Mother Nature, you see all the lightning bugs kind of enjoying themselves, flying about peacefully. The noise around you seems to drown away as you relax, taking in Mother Nature and the smell of acidic vomit.
Can I clean it up?
How was
Uh.
Yeah, Miss Garia, how would it up? What magic would you like to use to clean this up? What spell?
Um.
Do you have like
DM, be
a
kind. This is her first time.
Oh, I am. I'm just curious what spell she's thinking. You have Thaumaturgy, which could theoretically, if you want to try and blow wind on it, or, you could also just instead try and dig a hole and bury it.
Can't it make it smell better?
Yeah, you could make it smell better with Thaumaturgy.
I'll do that.
Alright, as you cast Thaumaturgy as a cantrip, suddenly, what do you want it to smell like, Mascaria?
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
Alright, the sweet smell of ripe strawberries starts to kind of come off or whiff off of the the vomit. Oop.
Ugh.
And as that smell kind of starts to waft into the air, Mascario, and a very drunken elven gentleman comes over and looks at you and goes, "Is that strawberry jam I smell?"
Yes, it is. But I wouldn't suggest going close to it.
Oh, no, no. My mother used to make a great pie out of that stuff. Here, give me a moment. He starts pulling out a jar and a knife and starts to scoop some of it off into a jar and
I
puts
would
a
tell him
cap
to
on
stop.
and puts it on his belt. All right. I appreciate that. I didn't have a good night, young lady. Lady, man, I don't know. You tieflings look a lot like to me. Have a good night either way as he walks off, kind of falling to the side slightly.
Casually racist.
There sure are a lot of racist people around here.
Are you saying this to Bragan and Air?
Yes. That guy called me a furry. And then
Well,
he
you
just
are
called...
furry.
That's true. That's true. But he said it in a bad way, in a way that could connotate almost like sinister intentions.
The old dwarf looks at you and
You know
says,
what I
"I'm
mean?
still sitting here, Flunt."
Flunt?
Well, you
Roast.
ain't sharp as Flint. I can tell you that much.
I can feel there's a little bit of hostility coming through right now. And I know that you don't mean that, and that's coming from a place of self-loathing.
Oh yeah. Uh huh.
You
All right,
know, and
Bragan,
it's
congrats.
okay. I forgive you.
You're
I
getting a
forgive you,
friend
bro.
on the Vanguard. Flunt, you're in the Vanguard. Have fun going over the walls first.
Oh, I can't wait to see how long he lasts. I shall start placing bets now.
Ah, the dead pool's in the back. Go talk to the cook. He runs it. All right. You have your orders. I'm leaving. Commander will be by soon. My advice, don't piss the woman off. I've already watched her cut off 2 new recruits' heads tonight. That chicken, that was an Eric Cochran recruit that we had here. We'll be eating well tomorrow. As he gets up and walks away.
That's kind of messed up. Not gonna lie.
At this
you
moment,
are-
you feel a tapping on your left shoulder.
Who?
Flint,
Yeah?
and I wave with my stub of an arm.
Oh,
You just have a
hey, let's-
robotic arm attached to your shoulder.
What? Oh, sweet, free arm.
Oh no, I claim it back.
DM. Can Bragan look at these two and just, being a hunter, being a warrior, just estimate how long these guys may survive on the battlefield?
Give me a
So
survival
I can know to
check.
place. Yeah, so I can know to place my bets. Survival. None of you are a fiend or a fiend or anything, are you?
No.
Flint might be a fiend if he keeps up with this luck he's got going for him.
Okay. 20, not natural.
Oh.
Well, Flint looks like he's pretty well muscled. Looks like he could probably take care of himself. Like he's probably gotten in a few bar fights here and there. Air? Hard to say. A man with with a robotic arm or a machine-like arm. You know, you've seen some weird stuff. You've never seen a man on the front lines that lasted long with only one arm attached.
It works just as well as a regular arm.
Yeah, she don't know that.
Yeah,
Fair.
you say as Reagan looks at the unattached arm.
I reclaim my
Okay.
arm and put it back on.
It pops back into place and continues to do as it was. Mascaria, do you still are you gonna stay out into the forest for the time being, or do you want to rejoin the party in their shenanigans?
I will stay in the forest.
Okay. As you commune with nature and begin to relax, a few small deers come by, and as the night continues on and the party continues joking and having a good time, you find that a few deers come and begin to cuddle next to you, just on the more cautious side as they watch towards the little village of tents. But otherwise, it continues to be a peaceful evening for you. Do you wish to do anything besides relax and just peacefully fall asleep for the night, cuddled up with a couple of deer?
Nope, I'll go to sleep.
Okay. As you slowly drift off, enjoying the nice fluffy fur of these deer, everything begins to go quiet and relaxes for you. Meanwhile, for the rest of the party, about 20 minutes later, as you guys are enjoying yourselves, you see a very short humanoid begin walking towards you in what looks to be jet black armor, carrying a small mace. They seem to have short, cut brown hair as if it was cut with a knife, and very badly at that. One of the ears seems to have been forcibly dulled with what looks to be a scar from a blade. A few cuts on the face, a slight burn mark on the neck. The rest of the body is hard to discern due to the armor that they're wearing, as it's full plate at this point, that you can see. But they do sprout the simple head of a hawk on their chest, as this company is known for. As this person comes by and finally sits down next to all of you, they pour themselves a drink and they just sit and stare at the fire as you guys are all sitting there.
Do I recognize this person at all since I've been at camp?
Roll a history check.
Okay. Need to know how to address this person. 14.
All right. This person you've never seen before. By the general look of her, though, you'd guess she's either the commander, and you do immediately recognize this is a she, barely. You'd guess this is probably a commander or someone of the commander's staff.
Do I know, having like been just looking around camp, watching people, observing how people usually go about addressing the commander when she arrives?
Well, most seem to run away in fear from what you've seen at the camp. Those who
Alright,
don't want to
well,
be cut down.
Bragan will stop sharpening her greatsword and look up and just wait, quietly when
Okay.
the commander sits down.
I wave at her.
She doesn't.
Are you still vomit covered? Have you changed?
Would clothes of mending like fix vomit, or is it
No.
just when they break?
It's just
Okay.
it would like if you got a tear or cut in it, or if it was something like a
Okay.
stain.
Okay. Then I'm like, I got most of it in the bushes, but there's definitely like a little bit spattered on my shirt.
Right.
All right. She doesn't look up from the fire and acknowledge you. Air?
Oh, she acknowledges me.
Nope. I'm just asking if you want to do anything.
At this point, I'd probably be sharpening the broadhead on my hand axe.
Okay. Grim, are you still practicing your rituals? Yes, I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As about a few minutes go by, no speaking, complete and absolute silence, you notice that other groups that were kind of closer to you and hanging out their own fires have kind of slowly started to clear out and move away as far as they can. Finally, the commander, or what you assume at this point to be the commander, looks up, holding their mug. They look Grim dead in the eyes and just stare.
Grim stops his rituals and looks back.
She
I
just
whisper to Bragan.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is bad news bears, dude.
Reagan doesn't respond. She's watching the scene quietly.
As the woman continues to stare at you, Grim, you sense something like almost a deep hatred emanating off this woman.
Well, why does she hate me? I'm just a kid.
Says the giant dragonborn. Do you do
But
anything?
yes, the staring contest continues.
Okay. After a few awkward moments of silence, she finally looks back down at her mug and goes, I sense something here.
If I may, I do believe the lad is just trying to do a little bit of a, pre-battle rituals.
You know, she looks straight at Air as she kind of tilts her head to the side, not really moving too much. I've never liked humans, as her voice deepens. And I don't like those who pretend to be human either. I can smell your kind on the wind. She turns back to Grim. But I know you're a lot even better. Allow me to introduce myself. As she looks down at the fire for a moment. Yes, Air?
Promptly shutting the fuck up.
Smart man. My name is Shinadi Kung Pao. You may have heard of my brother. Was gonna be next in line for the throne of the Gnomish lands. Died in battle, sadly, fighting your kind. And now I'm here fighting your kind, or fighting for your kind, as she looks at Grim. And don't even get me started as she looks at Flint. On you. Now, I'm gonna make this very clear. One of my commanders gave you orders, am I right?
Gave
Correct.
those two orders,
Good. You've all been registered with the Vanguard now. Enjoy. By the way, one of you lot is in charge of waking up Miss Forest Princess here in the morning.
I can do so, I don't mind.
Good, bring back one of the deer for breakfast. Secondly,
Uh,
I'm going to inform you of your mission, as you probably have no idea what's going on. Simply put, We've been hired by His Highness Toutler. None of you will be addressing him, because all of you are worthless trash. That's why you're here. You're here to prove that you're better than that for me. Don't, and die. I don't really give a damn about you lot. I don't know any of you, and I don't plan to get to know any of you. She kind of looks down at her mug again, lifts it up, and drinks from it. What I will say is if you prove yourselves valuable, you'll gain position with the company. Don't, well, you'll be dead either way, so it won't matter. The way things work here, you get kills, you bring me their helmets, you bring me their heads, I pay you gold for them. Simple, easy, to the point. Tomorrow morning, we're assaulting a goblin stronghold. Apparently the goblins have decided to declare war on Toutler, smart bastards that they are. And thus, the Slavers Guilds have managed to conquer one of the port towns. Problem being, His Royal Highness has decided he wants to sit his royal ass on the fucking throne here. Because he plans to invade the Dwarven lands to the north and slay Trinitas, the new holy Dwarven king. And I don't care whether these names make sense to you. I don't care whether you have personal connections. You mess with my mission, you mess with my money, I'll cut you down myself. That Eric Cochran you heard squeal earlier today, well, that's gonna be your lunch tomorrow. That was one of my lovers, and I cut him down in the blink of an eye for trying to defute my comments about helping Toutler. Imagine what I'd do to one of you if I was irritated. Now, I've served with Greg the Bloodthirsty, Tenem, the King of Dragon's Gate. I've seen the likes of House Kung Pao. I've seen the far lands of the Orcish empires in the Storming Kingdom. I fought orcs alongside the rejected potential. I watched the amateur hour group die as they died a horrible death at the hands of tieflings. I've seen it all, I've done it all. I'm gonna make this one thing clear. You're gonna do what I tell you to do. You're not gonna question it. And for the God's sake, Flunt, don't drink any more frickin' elven mead. I don't need vomit or strawberry jam going around my camp. Now, this is your one chance to ask any questions before I leave. Piss me off with a question, and well, you know what'll happen. As she kind of pulls out a dagger and starts to kind of pluck her nails.
Reagan ain't saying nothing.
Air stares
When
dead at Flint and shakes his head no.
Reagan is just watching.
Okay. Grim?
You seem nice. I like you.
Oh boy.
You've got balls, kid. I guess it's true what they say. Are you, truly the son of Snicknish?
Indeed. Papa is very strong. I want to be like Papa.
Good. Get to his ability and I'll put you in charge of my vanguard. You'll live up to his name and surpass him within weeks if you can achieve that. Alright. Since the rest of you don't have any balls between you, enjoy your drinks. As she pulls out a casket out of a bag of holding and sets it down the ground. It's a big brown barrel. This is gnomish mead. It won't kill you like the elvish crap does. There's a little gunpowder in there to, spice things up, or black powder as many of you non-gnomes call it. Apparently I have a relative who figured out how to make this stuff explosive. I don't know how, but I'll tell you when I figure that one out. Now, enjoy. Have a good time and make me good money tomorrow. We'll call it good. Remember,
If you're curious about how to make it explode, I can help you with that.
did I say speak?
No, but you said you were trying
Did
to figure out how to
I
make that.
say speak as she walks right up to you and looks you dead in the eyes. Her eyes shine with a golden color.
Ooh. And Grim just like does a light little clap.
Pardon me, lass, but I work with the stuff back home.
I don't care what you did back home. I don't like your kind, and I know your history. Now I'm gonna make this clear. If I don't tell you to speak, you don't speak. You got no respect in my book yet. Earn it. She kind of stands up, glares at you for a moment. Nice axe. She turns and walks away.
Have a good night, nice lady.
She doesn't even recognize what he says. All right, she walks away. Air, give me a perception check real quick.
Just a sec. Have to get fucking used to the new stats. Where is there? Oh shit! Make Captain Ricard look like shit. That's gonna be 22.
You notice an SK carved into the side of your robotic or your metal arm.
That was not there before.
You also
Nice
suddenly
lady, much
notice
like
there's a
you.
dagger sitting right next to you that you didn't see earlier.
I pick it up.
Ooh, nice lady must like you.
As you go to touch it, it vanishes in your hands.
I shrug. I got my own fucking axe and dagger by myself.
Okay.
Wow, that was intense.
You guys are fitting in so well, aren't you? And I go back. Shabray gets back to sharpening her sword, but she's glancing up at people now. Can I DM? Just taking glances up around the camp. I was kind of scoping everyone out earlier. Can I just like eye up like all the other groups? I know most of them have left or kind of walked away, and just take a gauge of like their strength, their capabilities, who's the strongest, who's the weakest. Make note of what might seem like important people, what might seem like allies, competition, just a general scope of the place.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Alrighty, this should be fun.
Meanwhile, Flint is stoned, drunk, and has thrown up on himself already.
14.
Alright. You notice 3 people that catch your attention. First, a very large red orc with what looks to be a pair of knuckle dusters on his hands, tribal tattoos all around his body. And he seems to be looking about as he eats on a giant piece of meat. You're not sure what this piece of meat's from. You'd probably guess it was a giant bird, which concerns you slightly. The second, you notice that old dwarven man. You finally realize something catches your eye. He's got a peg foot. The last one you notice is a very odd-looking tiefling. He seems to be very dark-skinned, with very short horns, and a very long tail. For some reason, you can't shake the thought that you've seen this man before, but you don't know why. Otherwise, no one else catches your attention. Most of the people here seem to be very new, and not many seem to be like their cohorts yet. So, by your guess, you assume much of the Halcard Company, or that you're seeing, is new recruits.
Would Bregan and her travels have gone near the tiefling colonies or no?
Probably not. That'd be pretty
Mhm.
far to venture. Plus, as of
Yeah.
recent, with so much trouble in those territories, it wouldn't be worthwhile going out that way. It wasn't monster trouble; it was more political climate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, she'll make note of these people, but otherwise she's just sort of keeping herself. I do plan to, at the mention of deer, whenever I get the chance, probably not tonight, but early morning, go out and try to hunt one. Since it was suggested by the commander.
You're
Okay.
gonna be running into air then because he took that as an order.
Well, you'll have someone who's a capable hunter, so you should look forward to that.
All right.
But Braga doesn't announce this, so
Okay.
she doesn't tell anyone of her plans.
That's why I wasn't using voice or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys begin to enjoy your evening after the sign of death leaves you, everything goes back to calm. The second time the cook comes around bringing more bowls full of what looks to be an even uglier and nastier stew, this time no eyes in it, less protein, looks at you lot and goes, anything for you guys?
Have you got any
Do I
water?
know?
Oh, go ahead, Air.
I just need a drink.
Pulls out a mug from his pocket and goes, I got water. It's clean, and it won't give you the shits.
Fine by me, lad.
He kind of just chuckles at you and pulls out a jug from his back pocket, starts pouring into it, and hands it to you. Enjoy. Anything else for the ladies and ladies?
Would Bragan know what like options there actually are food wise besides
No.
just the soup that was given?
That's all you've
Yeah,
seen this
then-
man carrying around is this soup.
Can I, like, looking at the soup, judge its nutritional value?
Yeah, give me a medicine roll for that one.
Yeah, I want to see, because if not, Bragan will just go hunting now because deer are active at like night. So
Mhm.
if push comes to shove and the food doesn't look good, she'll just go hunt, gather something. Medicine, 17.
You think the stew is made of some sort of meat. You just don't know what it is. You've never seen this. It's nutritional. It's slop, but it's nutritional.
Okay, so if it's
Made from
edible,
spam.
yeah, if it's edible and stuff, Bragan will eat it, and she's just fine with that.
As you take your first bite, he goes, that was, we caught a few, bastards last time. No one wanted to ransom them. Tastes pretty good to us. Ground up, make them into a nice sausage.
Bragan's just eating. she's not really paying
Oi.
much mind.
Flunt, right? Flunt, you, mead boy.
Oh, what? Oh, he was passed out. What?
I got stew for you. Get this down you so that way in the morning you won't die of dehydration. Trust me. Commander wants you dead, but doesn't want you dying without at least killing a few of those goblin bastards.
Aw, thanks, dude.
As he pours you
And
a
he
mug.
takes a stew.
Good. As you get the stew and you take a bite, it tastes like water, to be honest. Chunky water.
Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Furry man doesn't like it.
Oi, is what the scaled ones say true, Flunt? You don't like my cooking?
No. I love it. It's good. It's good.
Roll deception.
It's really good. Okay. Here we go. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Yes, 17.
Oh, he is. Good man. Alright. Well, happy you like it. Yo, scaled one, you want some?
No.
Never know a dragonborn to turn down food. The hell's wrong with you?
As Grim just looks at the whatever it is, he looks back up at and gives a toothy grin. You look tasty though.
I bet I do. It tastes like crabs, according to my ex-wife.
Ugh.
Listen, it was because of one of your kind I got these. Itchy little bastards, I tell you. Alright, well, I'll leave you be for the night. You ought to get some sleep. We got an early morning of marching. A speech probably from the captain about, hopefully you old bastards don't die because she hates paying newbies. Oh, my recommendation, look for the biggest, baddest man in the castle and cut his head off. You'll do well to impress the commander enough to keep you around. Any of you can't do that? Good luck.
With that, I give a slight twirl of the axe.
Gonna need more than that, my boy, as he turns and walks away.
Grim just gets up and goes to the forest to look for food.
Okay, Grim, give me a, let's go with a survival check for you.
No, this is a pure 0, so...
Okay, give me a survival check.
Alright, 1 second. 11.
Okay. It doesn't take you long, to be honest, to find there are 3 deers being slept on by a tiefling in the forest. Right next to what smells like strawberries.
Oh, jeez.
Which one is the farthest away?
They're all pretty much within, as you get up to them, they don't seem to move. They seem to be almost as if they're laying there, letting the tiefling sleep on them.
Grim softly cracks his knuckles.
No, they
Yup.
don't. They all look up. All the deers look up. Mascaria, give me a perception check. Do you know how to do that?
No, I do not.
Alright, so you're gonna, there's an easy way to do this. So first off, you need to know what your perception is. Which I believe if you go onto your character sheet, you should be able to scroll down in the skills where it says like acrobatics, arcana, and all that, and scroll down to perception, which you have a +3 in. Then you're gonna want to type in the chat !R space 1, the number 1, D 20 +3.
He allows real dice if you have those too.
I do, but just for her to get started. Yeah, you can, but it's a pain in the ass to get that set up. Did you type it?
Wait, can you say it again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's !R space 1 D 20 +3, like the plus sign.
Plus.
There we go. All right. So that's a 9.
Oh.
All right, you continue to peacefully sleep and dream of giant forests, unicorns running about, impaling evil men. It's a good dream. All right, Grim, what would you like to do as you crack your knuckles slightly?
And all the deer look up.
Nope. Well, yeah, they're all looking at you, but they're not moving.
How close am I to them?
Within 5 feet.
Oh no.
Time to cane grapple one of them fuckers.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Grim?
Kinda yoke one up. Well, yoke 2 up by the neck and crush him.
All right. Give me a dexterity check to see if you can grab them before they dodge. God damn it.
13.
Okay. All right. As you grab one in each hand, pulling it away, Miscaria, you wake up to find your head now smacking on the ground as you look up and just see this giant dragonborn standing over you, holding a deer in each hand with its neck snapped in his fingers.
Oh my.
I look down and see the tiefling and give a very gruff but dangerous leave.
Miscaria gets up and runs back to camp, I assume.
And with that, you got her attention.
Yes,
All
I
right.
run.
Okay. As Miscaria just starts running, we'll come back to you in a moment, Miscaria. Grim, what are you gonna do with the two deer? Because the third one ran as Miscaria got up.
While Grim is just looking at these two delicious snacks he's holding in front of his hands, his brain sort of he gets a slight headache
Mm-hmm.
if you and you
Yep.
know what this is going to lead to. Yeah, his mother is like full on chiding him on scaring new people.
Fair enough. All right, Grim. As you start to hear voices in your head once again, what do you do? Do you want to do anything else with the deer at this point, or are you just gonna shove them in your mouth like your
Just
father?
snap them.
Oh,
Well, no, 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 nope, nope, no. I'm gonna shove them down like my father did.
okay. I assume you do this while walking back to camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, sure.
So as Air, Flint, and Bragan, you're all sitting there enjoying yourselves. You suddenly see Miscaria come running back with the greatest of fear in their eyes, just at a full dead sprint towards your guys' portion of camp. You also see a deer running beside Miscaria and then bolt off in another direction as it sees you guys. Miscaria, you
Whoa,
just
whoa,
happen.
whoa!
Go ahead, Flint.
I was gonna say, whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on?
Yeah, I'm looking around for the cause of her fear.
You see nothing. Miscaria?
I'll just stay on alarm.
Seems that man was very hungry.
Did he try to eat you?
Oh, heavens no.
Is he just acting a fool?
Do we
He
see
ate.
Grim yet?
Yeah, after as Miscaria and Flint are talking, and Flint's trying to figure out what's going on, you see just as a silhouette of a very large man in the backdrop hold something
Just
very large above his head, open his mouth, almost unmortal like, and swallow an entire creature that you can't tell what the hell it is, but it looked like it was a pretty good size.
Whoa, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Not gonna
Does
lie.
Bragan also see this?
Oh yeah, it's pretty clear what you just saw.
Were
Okay.
were either of the deer male, and were they old enough to have antlers?
No, they were both female.
Fuck. All right, sorry. I need antlers for something. Don't worry about it.
Well, we'll go and hunt in the morning, but clearly not this spot, because all the deer here would have been scared away.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go a few miles out.
That's fine.
The smell of deer urine coming off of Grim's face as he walks up behind Miscaria. Miscaria, you can just hear the crunching of what sounds like something very chunky behind you.
I look
Ugh.
down. Oh, no horns.
You say this to Miscaria?
Yes.
No horns.
As I pat her head, and she has no horns. No horns.
Oh, she's hornless?
Not all tieflings have horns, just most of them.
Well, would Bragan know that?
I mean, that's a pretty well-known fact. Miscaria, you just now suddenly have a very large scaled dragonborn patting your head, calling you no horns.
I decide to stay still.
Okay. As you just stand still, as this giant dragonborn continues patting you on the head, the smell
And
of
Grim just stayed. Well,
Mhm.
while he's doing that, he just looks up to everyone else in front of him with the most deadpan death stare.
Dude, what's your deal? You just unhinged your jaw like the fucking like a scary movie and just ate a whole deer.
I
That's kind of gross, dude.
I stare at the knoll. Unhinge my jaw again. Get in.
No thanks, dude. I am not kinky like that.
If I hear the words bruh, I'm gonna die on the spot.
I hinge my jaw back in place and stare at him. You soon be food.
I'm sensing a lot of hostility coming from you right now, dude.
I
Alright.
turn.
Air's gonna go to bed and just try to leave this nonsense.
I then ignore the annoying one and just do my rituals again for the
Okay.
third fucking time.
As you sit down and begin to contemplate your rituals, stopping, petting Miscaria, and just plop to the ground, Air gets up, turns around, and goes into a tent. Alright. Air, as you go into your tent, you find something sitting in there. Normal.
What do I find?
As you lay down, you know, it seems to be a normal barrack-sized tent. You see a few other members sleeping in it, on their own beds. And as you walk up to your bunk that you were assigned, a simple wool blanket laid upon it, what looks to be a straw pillow of some sort, reminds you kind of home. You find
Yeah.
the words or the letters S and K carved into the chest at the front of your bed.
What the fuck is SK?
And as you just kind of contemplate it for a moment, you lay down and slowly drift off, thinking, why is someone marking me?
Oh yeah, they marked my fucking arm too. God damn it! I'll have to fix that later.
Alright, as you slowly drift off to the snoring and gas of men, women, and other races that you've seen before in your experience.
I just go to bed.
Silence is not there. Alright, Flint, what about you? As Grim has sat down to basically start his rituals, and Air has just vanished into one of the tents.
I'm gonna go up to Miscaria and be like, "Hey, like, are you good? Cause that dragon guy's like kind of like a bummer."
That was terrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think I'll go rest in a tent now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna too.
As the two of you head off in separate directions towards tents you were assigned to earlier by the clerk. We start with Miscaria. You find a small bed with a few leaves laid on it. What looks to be a soft kind of almost fur-like creature laying in your bed. You're not sure if this is a goat or a sheep or a lamb. You're just sure it's small and it's fluffy.
Cuddle mode activate.
Poor thing. I hug it to sleep.
Alright, as you slowly lay down into the bed and cuddle up next to it, you realize this is a baby sheep. And it is just fluffy.
Aww.
It baws
Uh-huh.
at you and just passes out.
Veal.
It'll be dead by morning.
Yep.
Or it'll be turn out to be a halfling.
Oh,
Flint,
Jesus.
as you head into one of the bunks, finding yourself a nice little bed, you find the elves that you were drinking with earlier are all in there snoring rather loudly. And as you go back to where you were told your bed was be, you find a circle-like pillow, rather large circle-like pillow that seems to have some sort of wool topping and a kind of straw-like fluff to it. There's no bed, it's just this ball.
Um, is there anybody that looks like? Is there any like? Is the cook guy still around or like
You've seen him walking
anybody?
around the camp, and there are a few elves that are still kind of like half asleep, half awake in the tent.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to one that looks awake.
Okay, looks. What?
I'm sorry, but do you know where I can talk to somebody who can like fix my bed? Cause I think somebody messed up. They gave me like a dog bed or something.
You're a dog. That's the commander's way of welcoming you in. You should have seen what she did to the guy who was part ooze. Gave him a slime tank. Oh, and he kind of starts to yawn. You'll be fine. Earn yourself a place. You'll get a proper bed. Look at mine. And as you look down, you just see tree branches. There's no cushion to this
Oh,
thing. It's normal. Trust me,
okay.
the commander's an asshole.
He's dead by morning.
Cool.
Just
I'm gonna go debase myself.
alright.
You do you.
Forewarning.
And I go,
I recommend
yeah.
something for you, new guy. Make sure there's no initials carved into your stuff. If the commander's claiming you, it means they plan to kill you most likely in the next couple days.
That is a huge bummer, dude. Not gonna lie. And
Yeah.
then I fall asleep.
Laying on your dog bed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the softest thing you've had in months. You're shocked.
Oh.
You relax, you no longer feel sick. All begins to calm and quiet as the slow snoring and someone vomiting off in the distance is happening. Alright. Bragan, the rest of your party members minus Grim have all gone off to their own separate tents. Grim continues to sit there, almost in a trance-like state. What do you wish to do?
So there's still like a few people sitting awake, right?
Yep, there's a few members. You notice each of the members you noticed earlier are all still awake, all sitting at separate camps, and slowly migrating towards each other as their little groupings seem to head off to bed.
Okay. Does there seem to be like a watch schedule, like people set to keep watch, or is it just kind of free for all?
You do see troops walking about the perimeter, but you don't remember anybody
Okay.
telling you about a watch.
All right. Um, am I close enough to the group to hear their conversation?
Nope, you're a good few. Well, I mean, you can roll perception for me. But without a perception check, you won't be able to hear them.
Without moving, I'd like to try to just see what they're saying. If
Mhm.
not, Bregan may try to move closer, not right next to them, but definitely curious. My perception is decent. Um, that's a 13.
All right, give me a moment.
Fun.
For the new players, on occasion I will send you PM, so always make sure you're prepared for a PM if I'm doing something.
Secret.
If I could spell. Give me a moment. Not buying for time in the slightest because I forgot to pre-write this.
Oof.
As a question, does Flit do that? No, I'm talking to Miguel. Does Flit do that thing that dogs do in their sleep, where when he starts dreaming, his legs start kicking and his like face twitches and stuff?
Oh god.
No. He passes out. Like he's like fully like asleep. Like he drools. He drools a lot. But he's not like dog style sleeping.
Just lays down, plops, out cold.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, that's what you assume, Bragan.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. And then, so does it seem like they're gonna keep talking about like gossip, or that they're just sort of just chatting, like anything useful?
It seems like these four, and you suddenly notice a fifth as the commander seems to sit down. You actually see the commander smile and start cracking what looks to be a joke with the other four people that you noticed.
Okay, so probably high-ranking officers. Does any like of the other people try to approach them?
No, most of the other members at this point have gone to bed.
Then yeah, Bragan's gonna do just kind of a look around. Would I be able to judge just based off of what we've seen in our travels and the like climate and geography, like what creatures besides maybe deer there would be to hunt in the early morning?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a yeah, I'll say a survival check for this.
All right, because she's planning to like as the sun is rising, like early dawn, head out to hunt some stuff. Probably
Okay.
gonna have to go a distance because the Dragonborn just bored 2 deer.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely put a damper in her plans. 15.
All right. By guess, for this far north, it's more common to find fishing to be a commonality, as you guys are pretty close to the
Mhm.
what would be the equivalent to the Mediterranean. Most people don't rely on wild game as they're very sparse around these parts. Most you're gonna get are a few
Okay.
rabbits and such.
All right. Then perhaps I'll go fishing in the morning.
Okay.
With that, Bragan's gonna head to. Was she like assigned a group tent?
You were.
Yeah. Bragan's gonna wait until everyone or most of the people, at least suspicious looking people in the tent, have fallen asleep, and then she's going to bed, armor on.
What do you define as suspicious?
Anyone who's looking a little too intently at other people's stuff, people who seem to be eyeing up others, almost kind of the way I guess she is, that seem a little too friendly given the circumstances, those sorts.
Okay.
She's keeping a keen eye out. The shifty sorts of.
All right. As the night continues on, you watch as a few cutthroats, you'd guess, a few hunters here and there. You know, this is a pretty ragtag bunch. No one catches your eye specifically. To answer your question, muskets. And so as you continue to kind of chill out, and just kind of eye them up, most seem to pass out after a few minutes. You begin to relax and slowly fall asleep. You notice one of the 4 people that you were keeping an eye on seems to come in and lay down at one of the beds. Just crashes immediately. You notice the bed,
Which
so to speak, is a pile of what looks to be some sort of either ice or a white block of rock.
which one of the people is it?
This appears to be the snow elven woman you saw earlier, that you immediately now
Okay.
recognize as a snow elf.
Okay. All right. Good to note.
Mm-hmm.
If everything seems well, Bragan's going to bed. Sword nearby. Just in case. Does
Okay.
not trust people.
As the morning comes, Air, first, give me a perception check.
Is this to see if I wake up?
Yes.
I will say, prefacing the roll, Air gets up early, like back home.
That's
He
not
gets up
what-
early in the mornings
Nope.
for forge stuff.
You're good though.
20 combined.
Okay. In the middle of the night, you find yourself suddenly laying in a room that you don't recognize as you look up. The tent is made of a finer leather. You're laying on what you probably would guess is something of a feather sort of bird and cushion. And as you kind of look about, you find yourself strapped down to a bed with ropes and chains hanging on you. You are unarmed, literally. And
Am
you
I
have
missing my robotic arm?
Yes, that's why I said literally.
God damn it.
And you can the only thing you see is dark, a very dark room. Do you have a dark vision?
Let me see, because I am technically not human. I don't think so, but I never had to look where dark vision is, so I don't know where to find it.
Should be where all your stats are.
Yeah,
Abilities, saves.
you
Scroll
should.
down. It says senses.
Yeah, you should be able to look at your senses and see if you have dark vision or not.
It'll
I do.
be under your passive insight.
I do.
All right. As you look up, you see 3 people standing over you. Well, 2 people, one standing beside you. One is a very giant red orc who's very beefy, kind of thicker around the edges, large tribal tattoos, carrying a very large battle axe on his back, with a grimace on his face. His red skin almost seems to slightly illuminate the room. The second seems to be a drow of some sort, very lean, very long snow white hair, bright purple eyes, and almost a poisonous smile. The last one that you just happen to notice as you turn your head slightly is the commander that you immediately recognize as the gnomish woman from earlier that got in your face. And as each of them continue to stare, you notice you're gagged. There is a piece of cloth wrapped around your mouth. The commander looks at you. Oh, yes, sir?
I was trying to keep going. I was trying to figure out what the hell to do.
Okay. As the commander sees you look at her, she nods, and the very giant red orc starts to lean over you, hands going towards your throat, and starts to get really right up in your face. And right as you feel like he's about to strangle you, you feel the piece of cloth removed from your mouth.
What the hell is going on?
Is that what you say in character?
No, that's me saying in person. Sounds like I'm about to get fucked.
Literally.
Johnny Depp walks
God.
into the room.
Shut the fuck up.
You knew it was coming. I'm sorry. Oh man, go ahead though.
Ayer would probably just kind of like be slack-jawed, like fucking in shock about what the fuck's going on, just confused, scared, all these emotions at once, just don't really know what to say.
Okay. As you continue to grasp at straws, literally, the commander crosses her arms across her chest, kind of turns and spits into a can. You hear ding, and goes,
Spittoon.
"So you notice her voice has changed once again. So you're a spy for the Goblin Slavers Kingdom, aren't you?"
Oh boy, not this again. I'm not a spy. I don't want to spy. I'm not wanting to be hired to be a spy. This is a misunderstanding.
Can your lot change size, shape, and race?
Size not necessarily, but otherwise, I.
Good. You want to prove you're not a spy? Fine. You're gonna go with one of our new hobgoblin recruits. His name's Jory G. I don't know. He's like your friend Flunt, not bright in the head, but apparently can handle his drink a lot better. You're gonna take him in to the city, disguised as hobgoblin, goblin, bugbear. I don't give a damn what you disguise yourself as. You're gonna open the gates for
This
us.
is out of character. What size is a hobgoblin?
I think
A
a
small,
hobgoblin.
medium, or large?
I think they're medium.
Okay, because yeah, with the shapeshifting as a changeling, I cannot get bigger or smaller.
Yeah, I think they're just medium. I think bugbear is large, and I think goblin is considered small. She continues. You're gonna do this. You're gonna open the gate, and you're gonna make sure it stays open. You do that for us, and we won't cut your throat right now.
You know, you could have just asked for the help. I really don't mind.
With that, she pulls a dagger out and starts to slowly go towards your other hand.
I would like to keep that one. I can still feel with that.
Yeah, I bet you can, but you're never gonna feel the likes of a woman. You keep babbling like that as she kind of climbs over you and stabs one of your fingers. You take one. You take 1 point of damage, of piercing damage. And she goes, "All right, Whelm, get the contract." And you just see the big red orc kind of turn around, bend over, kilt flashing, unfortunately, or fortunately, picking up a piece of leather, a very long piece of leather, and brings it over, grabs your hand, and shoves a little harder than you'd wish, as you can feel the tendons in your shoulder start to tear slightly. Your one good
It's
working
not
arm,
necessary, brother.
and slams your fingerprint into the contract and goes, "Alright." Oh man, I can't do the fucking accent for that one. He just nods his head, and as you feel the blood kind of leak onto the piece of leather, realizing it's a piece of parchment with a full contract written up on it that you don't get a chance to read before they pull it away, the commander looks at you again with another slight change to her voice and goes, "You're now one of us. Congrats. You've been recruited fully, and if you don't do what we say, or you decide to leave the group, let's say, or do something that would harm this group, you'll die. You may not know it, but your compatriot, the monster hunting one, she's cute, but not the brightest bulb in the bunch, I guess. She hasn't realized yet that she's being watched just as much as you are by my great little sister, Annabelle. She is currently sleeping in the same room. If you break this contract, not only will your life be forfeit, but in case you're one of them virtuous goody two-shoe types, we'll kill her too. And I know you don't seem like the type that would want the blood of someone you barely know on your hands."
That's so fine and dandy. Can I have my arm back? I just wiggle my stump. I'm fucking true neutral. I don't give a shit.
And you see this as she holds it out with the SK carved into it. I did that without you noticing. Remember that. As she shoves it back on. No. She cuts the ropes that you're holding you down. Get out of my bed.
I quickly do so.
Good. As you stand up, awkwardly, kind of pivoting off to the side. This is a big bed. You kind of have to push along in between the very giant red orc and the very almost poisonous to the touch drow, and it's just run out of the tent, not getting a good look at
Sorry, brother.
anything. Not getting a really good look at anything, and you just see as you walk out of the room, you hear a couple of the drunken elves from earlier that were giving Flint a problem, whistling at you.
I just do a small little salute, try to not really acknowledge anything, just try to get the fuck back to my bed.
All right. As you as you run back to your bed, the night passes. The morning comes with much of the camp stirring as each of you wake up. You notice that the commander is yelling and giving orders. The other 4 people that have been following her around seem to be also yelling and giving orders. Each of you are woken with a startle as the noise of a bell being bonged in the background. Someone screaming something in the room in multiple languages, yelling for every recruit to get up. The morning has come. Yes, I saw Bragan. You're good.
No question.
Yes.
Because I planned to get up like as the sun was rising, maybe even a little before for hunting. Would I have been awake before the bell rang, or is this like early, like around when I would have gotten up to start
Give me
hunting?
a wisdom saving throw, Bragan.
I don't think Air would have slept, by the way.
Oh, okay. This is good. Wisdom saving throw. Great. What is my wisdom saving throw? Not great. I'm a mid. Every. Oh, 19.
You don't wake up in time for some reason. As the morning comes, you find yourself waking up with the rest of the group as the sun is slightly up already, and everyone is moving. You notice that the woman you saw earlier has left. So have most of the people that were in this tent. All your gear's still there. No markings, no issues. As each of you awaken, Grim having slept outside, doing his rituals all night, really not sleeping at all because that's just how Grim is. Each of you awaken to the next morning as the camp is getting ready to march, and you are ordered immediately to march out as the cooks start running by and handing bowls down the line filled of stew. The commander giving simple orders. Yes, go ahead, Air.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure would not have gone to sleep after that fucking experience,
Give
and
me a
would have
wisdom
just gone
saving throw.
hunting.
Uh,
Nat 20.
You end up falling asleep. You end up finding yourself waking up in your bed. Last thing you remember was running from the tent and the whistles.
Come
What
on,
time
with a
do I
nat
get up?
20?
Yep.
All right.
You do realize something though, Air. Someone
Okay.
was casting magic on you and the entirety of the camp.
DM, PM.
Yes, I know, I see it. Jesus. I have 2 monitors literally to get the PMs. I see everything.
I didn't know that. I just want to make sure it wasn't lost.
You're good.
Hold on. Ooh, I spell. Ooh, I have stuff I don't used to have. Ooh,
Okay.
Arcana. I would like to tell what kind of spell,
Arcana.
if I can.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for Arcana.
This is weird. I'm supposed to be a fucking pirate captain who doesn't know shit about magic. Okay, and that is a plus. Where the fuck is Arcana? Okay, 16.
You don't manage to tell what spell it is, but you do realize where the magic's coming from. Come the morning,
I would.
you notice that where this magic is seeming to seep from is from this snow elven woman's staff that she is carrying around. It looks to be a giant icicle with a blue gem at the end of it.
Was I able to tell if this spell had malicious intent?
You're guessing probably not, but you're not experienced with how mercenary companies work and why they would do something like this. Although, given the night you've had, at this point, everything is.
Yeah, I would try to keep my distance then.
Okay.
Are me and Air in the same tent?
No.
Okay.
So as each of you wake up, falling into line, managing to stand next to each other and begin your march, you all seem somewhat off in your own way. Much of the camp seems well rested, but many seem just kind of exhausted as the march continues on, as the captain or the commander continues to speak and yell orders, something about glory, happiness, gold, drinking, women, men, whatever you like. Most of you don't pay attention at this point. About 2 hours later, you finally find yourself at the edge of the battlefield, where you see a large dragonborn army having surrounded a small castle made of what looks to be a very smooth yellow-like stone, almost as if it's sandstone, with four outer walls, each having being thicker than the last. You see what looks to be off in the distance some sort of green shapes running about the walls, yelling, shooting arrows. At some point, you see a rock fly off towards the castle. Screams are heard everywhere. Ladders are getting chopped down or getting thrown up onto the walls, and battle can be heard all around. The commander stops you all, looks at you as she gathers you around, and goes, "All right, boys. Lads and ladies, most of you ladies, allow me to explain this." She stands up on top of the Red Orc's shoulders and gets just high enough to where all of you can easily see her as the crowd kind of gathers together. You guys realize now that your company counts around 50 people. Alright, throughout history, it has been the minority who led. You all know this. We all know this. I don't give a damn whether you know this. Royalty, warriors of great houses, and religious icons. You all know the type. Well, today you lot have signed on to take this vow that no longer shall you allow others to gain your glory. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Today I expect you all to stand tall. I expect you to stand as you are. Men, women, children of the Halcard Company. This is the eve of battle, and beyond those walls are the glories you seek. Charge forward and reclaim what is supposed to be yours. And to the man who brings me that ugly bastard's head that runs this castle, I promise 10 gold pieces and a personal piece of my collection of trophies. Well, charge as soon as I meet with the commander, you understand? As the crowd roars out, everyone begins to set up their battle lines, get with the squads they've been assigned. Each of you find yourself stuck together. You have no commander in charge. As the cook that you saw earlier comes by, handing out glasses of what looks to be a brown whiskey, he looks at Flunt and goes, "Oi, boy, you want some more?"
That would be fantastic. A little bit of hair of the dog that done bit ya.
Good man, as he pours you a bigger drink than the rest. Alright, what's your crew gonna call yourselves?
Okay, quick question. Am I with these guys
Yep.
or am I off with the Hobgoblin?
Nope. You're with this group currently.
Alright then.
Let's
I
call
have never been the one
ourselves
for names.
Flint and the Bros.
I disagree.
We're gonna go ahead and
No.
veto that.
I'll tell you
Why
what.
not?
The commander wants you guys to pick a name and a leader. One of y'all is going to get promoted to run this little squad. As you can look around, many of the squads have their own leaders now. You lot got jumbled together because you sat together at camp. Congratulations.
Wonderful.
With hand axe in hand, I point at the fucking Witcher over here.
Which is Bragan, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
Bragan is gonna smile at Air, not super friendly, a little bit more of that, a little cocky, like, I see you have a keen eye. I give you that.
I just know who to
seems
place my bets on.
touche.
Alright, Grim, Flunt, and Miscaria, do you agree with this one, as they point to Bragan, being your leader?
I don't care.
Sure.
Alright,
Sounds good to me.
good. Bragan, you're now in charge of feeding this lot, making sure they drink properly, and if any of them die in battle, well, Commander says you lose a finger for each one that dies. As he holds up his hand and you see no fingers left on one of his hands.
Oh shit.
Is the SK mark still on the
Yes.
Air's she's gonna eye it and be like, well, not so sure about that one, Lastine, but I think I can take the rest.
Well, too bad. Alright. For time being, you're just gonna be called Bragan's Squad. We'll figure it out later. You're first over the walls. Oh, and good news, you lot get to go and open the doors with your new found friend, Air. Also, Air, the hobgoblin that you were supposed to go with, he may have gotten shot with a crossbow bolt this morning on the walk here. So, congrats.
I facepalm. I need a specimen so that I can turn into it. I can't just do it on a dime.
Figure it out. That's what the commander would say. If you can't figure it out, she'll chop you down and build you back up to be a hobgoblin. Alright,
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any hobgoblins around in the army?
go ahead.
Okay. Jesus Christ, I need to get new dice.
I feel
Can't
that.
read these ones. 18.
You don't see one in your group, or in the little group band of mercenaries, but you do catch the eye of one that's very well dressed on the walls.
How well can I see him?
Pretty clearly. He kind of stands out, and he is standing on top of the walls, pissing off of them onto one of the Dragonborn troops.
I turn into it immediately.
Alright, as all of you are kind of standing around, you immediately just see his air kind of changes his shape from this Nordic-looking human to a hobgoblin with a third leg sticking out.
Whoa!
No, what Bragan
Whoa.
doesn't know what a changeling is, right?
Most people do
Most
not
of
know what
you
a
would
changeling.
not.
Yeah, changelings
so
are
she
considered
looks-
extinct as a species.
She kind
What's your
of grips
penis-
the
why do you
hilt
have a
of her
penis
sword a
out?
little bit, a little bit surprised by this, and is kind of eyeing him over.
Are you magic or something?
I wouldn't call it that.
Cook looks up and goes, well, alright. And the DM takes a quick minute to go take care of some stuff. I will be back in a moment.
Great. The voice isn't coming out quite the way I wanted, I'll admit this, Captain.
It's okay. We'll get better with time. It just needs more
Eventually.
practice of saying whatever the fuck you need to say.
Yeah, but Bragan isn't one to talk much, so thank goodness for that. At least now, in the presence of these people.
Well, I'm only doing that voice when I'm in the fucking form of my Norseman.
Yeah. Yeah, nice job talking there, Captain. So charismatic.
You hush it.
Bragan stayed quiet for a reason. I'm gonna just say that.
It's what
Also,
he would do.
Flint, your character, I'm so glad to have a hippie in the group just because the dynamic, especially with versus Bragan's, gonna be amazing.
He's kind of just like a frat boy, like party dude. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't like. He just wants to
Great.
chill out and hang out.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fucking great.
And Mitchie, I hope you're having fun your first D&D session.
I am.
It's a very interesting group we've gathered here.
Toss
Yeah.
coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
I just was reading that as you started singing it.
We're not in the fight right now. We're just talking. That's why I was singing it.
No singing. No.
No
you've
singing
been
in
denied.
Bragan school.
As the newly elected leader of this group
You're
of whatever
Russian
the
now?
hell we are. Shut up. It's not against her, but it's not what I'm going for. She comes technically from the Russia-Scandinavian area, okay? It includes Russia. Shut up.
Wow.
She tossed every goblin far back on the shelf. She's
I'm
a
mostly
friend of humanity.
No,
Give-
she's
Wait,
not.
what? Oh,
What?
I thought you. I read Cyrus's text and fucking had a heart attack for a second there.
I got Air's head. Is that what
That's
you
what I
read?
heard. I was like,
Cyrus, you are the final boss. The BBEG is Cyrus all along, and that's his telepathic powers. He's messing with the Halcard Company. He's dead set on apparently getting Bragan to the Tiefling lands.
I mean, it's
Which
not
isn't
hard
gonna
to
be
get this
good.
song stuck in my head. I'm fucking obsessed with the Witcher franchise.
I have still yet to see any.
I swear to God, if I die and I'm decapitated, you better put me on your fucking belt, so help me God.
I will. I'll keep you if I can't animate you, I'll just keep you as like a trophy. Well, actually no,
lovely.
because the commander wants you dead, and if she wants you as a trophy, I'm not fighting her for it.
Great.
But I've never seen a changeling before, so you know it'd be good to have that, I guess.
When I die, I will return to my normal form, and you're gonna feel bad.
No, you don't know what my alignment is, Mr. True Neutral.
No. You are gonna feel bad.
Me as a
Not
player.
Bragan, you.
I'll feel bad for you dying. I won't feel bad for carrying your decapitated head around because if it's in character for Bragan, it's in character for Bragan. I hope the DM hasn't fallen in.
Yeah, I was about to say, is he fucking good already?
Well, it looks like someone else will have to be DMing. Cyrus, I guess we should bring him in. He's watching. He's got DM experience. Or Flint, you're a DM. Go ahead.
All right, so the camera pans up. We see the gnome lady. She gets a big bird, like a rock, comes down and picks her up and throws her 50 million miles away.
Lovely.
Lovely.
And then the red orc is like, "Oh, what's all this then?" And he becomes the new leader. And he's actually a really nice guy once you get to know him.
It's
He's real
just family
friendly.
issues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
projecting.
he's got RBF, you know.
Oof.
But he's a very nice guy, and he says, you know, we're not gonna take money from this guy to invade this land because that's just kind of messed up, you know. So what we do end up doing is we actually go to a nearby village, and they're like, yo, we would love it if you guys helped us start a little farming community. And so basically, you guys just end up becoming farmers for the rest of the game.
That Reagan would not be happy being a farmer. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Oh, that's
She doesn't
what
want
I
to
like
be
to hear.
going around putting. She doesn't want to go around putting potatoes in the fields now.
Yeah. Roll for turnips.
Don't make me turn this into Stardew Valley.
The druid can do gardening.
Oh gods. Alright, I have returned. We are back. I guess there's some serious stream delay. Holy hell, because it's still not showing me as back. Okay. Alright. So, as you guys begin to kind of gear up, the cook kind of explains that Air will be heading ahead, or going ahead of time. Air, sorry. Ahead of the group, or ahead of the force, and you guys are expected to get those doors open. And he looks at you and says, "You have till." He looks down at his watch. You have an hour. God, the commander is getting punctual these days. All right. And with that, he looks at you and goes, "Whatever you need, you come talk to me. Otherwise, have a good one." He just kind of looks at you, goes, and starts marking down on his piece of paper. "By the way, if you could die early on, I'll win the bet."
How much gold did you
Oh,
bet
no.
on us dying this early?
Oh, you're too young to know. Enjoy yourselves.
Whoa. Hold on a second. What does that
Yeah.
even mean?
Means I'm gonna shoot
curious.
you with a crossbow bolt, Flunt, if you don't shut up. Now get your butts into the field and get those doors open. The Dragonborn should be stopping their assault in a few moments, and you'll have a few seconds to breathe. Or you can be real brave and charge in there and try and cut your way through. I heard a swordsman did that once. Managed to run into a demon and almost cut it down. Quite an impressive feat, if I do say myself. I wish you luck.
Fun.
Grim.
Great. Okay. Wonderful. Does Air say anything? As the
Air
person
is
who was originally.
gone.
Where is he?
I was told I had an hour to get the gate open and went pew!
Okay, yeah, I guess Bragan's gonna follow after him. I guess we're stealthing, and she's gonna just kind of look at the others and like gesture, be sneaky and follow.
Okay.
Are we being stealthy?
Yes.
I'm
Shut
very
up.
good at sneaking.
Flint, you go in the back.
Awesome. Can do.
20, 30, maybe 40.
All right. I'll stay in back.
As you guys, Grim, do you follow?
Well, he wants to follow in his father's steps. And is the
Uh-huh.
battle still raging?
Oh, yes.
And charges at the fucking battlefield.
Autistic Scream
Right.
runs in towards... Their ladder's still up. Alright, Mascaria, are you following the group or are you following Grim?
I'm following the group.
Thank you. That's a good decision. All right. Next time we will come back to the party either infiltrating or eating the door. Thank you all for watching the Halcard Company. I hope you've enjoyed this. We will join back with this group trying to figure out what they're gonna do and how they're gonna do it. Thank you all once again. And this is don't have an outro to this, so someone give me an outro.
Bye.
See you next Friday.
That works.
Don't get drunk like Flint.
That's all, folks.
God damn it.
Just hit the end button.